Depression is a serious matter and it should be taken as a serious matter. Most people go through depression stages and most people can't see the signs in depression. They can't notice if a person is depressed, or a parent can't notice if their own child is depressed. But in reality, when their child is going through something mentally and physically, that is their state of depression. If they're not speaking to anyone, if they're soliding themselves or getting mad over little things, they're most likely depressed about something, and it should be taken in a serious matter. Hello guys, my name is Logan Hudson, and today I will be informing you guys on depression and why it should be taken seriously and be taken as an act of a mental illness. Depression can be considered a serious mental illness that can affect people's mentality and affect a person emotionally and physically. And it should be important to take seriously because it can lead to health issues such as someone can physically get hurt or lose their life over depression. And most people have lost their lives over depression. Their heart can stop at any moment, their mind or a nerve can be cut off just like that through depression. And most people don't take it seriously, and they need to. How most people ask the question, how can depression affect a person mentally and physically? Well, depression can affect a person physiologically, such as affecting how their brain functions. Like their brain might tell them they need to isolate themselves from the world. They need to stop focusing on what's important to them, such as if they're drawing, they suddenly just stop drawing out of nowhere. If they're living life to the fullest and they suddenly just stop living life to the fullest. If they stop doing this and that for their own, to end their own enjoyment and their own pleasure. And this can lead to inflammation in the brain, a lack of oxygen to function, and that's considering how people can get hurt, or it can lead to death issues, such things like that, because depression overwhelms you. It's like anxiety is affecting how you function in life, and depression can affect that physically and mentally. And the lack of oxygen can kill you. And depression can affect your nerve system, such as cutting a nerve in your brain. It can lead to your nerves getting cut off, leading to serious injury. And with that being said, it can lead to you physically not thinking well. And depression can also lead to anxiety. In some cases, lead to troublesome thoughts that swirl around in a person's mind, such as how we go back to how they lose contact or interest in anything they do, but they also lose value with the world, like their society they live in. So they believe they're nothing to life. They believe, like, depression can occur with their relationships, how they interact with people. School can lead to depression, and it should be taken seriously because it can lead to health issues. It can lead to someone dying, or it can lead to someone having the mindset is where they're nothing, which in some cases can lead to suicidal thoughts. Depression can lead to anxiety, leading to headaches occurring in some cases into the body, aches and pain and occurring in the body, such as they might feel pain, they might feel agony towards them, and that leads to suicidal thoughts. It can lead to some meds being taken in the process, leading you to live with devastating results in depression. And that's saying that most people who are depressed, they might take meds to overdose because they feel like they don't need to be in this world anymore. And let's go through a life cycle of depression. Life crafting, capable intervention. This can lead to depression, anxiety. It can lead to their goals, their pursuit of their goals. It can lead to them to cancel all of that out. Their performance, such as in school, in their lives, their performance might decline and steadily go down. And their subject of well-being is confused and lost. They're lost in their own little mind, and they feel like nothing, everything, or everyone is against them. So they're depressing, leading them to subtly go down and decline in society, and leading them to isolate themselves permanently from the world, in which cases can lead to dramatic issues, aches, body pains, hurting themselves physically and mentally. But in most cases, it is important to inform people about depression. How can depression affect human behavior? It can affect human behavior. Depression can affect moods, and it can affect how your thoughts prosper from time to time. Your thoughts might wander when you're depressed. You might feel alone, and that leads to wandering in your mind. You constantly going back to your mind and wondering, why are you depressed, or the thought of being depressed. And depression can lead to people not having the ability to feel pleasure, such as having the lack to get up and move and do the things they used to and enjoying them. And in most cases, people who are depressed tend to push away people such as their friends and family, cut all social interaction off. They tend to withdraw from social relationships and do not see or feel the need to entertain people around them who they love and cherish. And that's why depression should be taken seriously. It should be seen as a mental issue, because most people take mental issues seriously. So depression should be taken seriously because it can affect people mentally and physically, and it could lead to drastic measures like a person losing their loved one, and that shouldn't happen, and it should be prevented, and people should go and inform others of depression.